What's going on, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, back at it with another NFL record prediction. And this time, I'll be giving you my NFL record predictions for the Indianapolis Colts in 2021. Give you my thoughts, give you my game analysis to see which matchups that I think is good for the Colts and which matchup that I think is bad for the Colts. So before I give you my record predictions for the Indianapolis Colts in 2021, make sure you do put the thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more options, and don't forget to comment your opinion below on what you think the Colts record will be. Do you think the Colts are going to win the division? Do you think the Colts will be a playoff team? Or you think the Colts are going to regress a little bit and miss the playoffs? So just let me know on what your thoughts are. So anyway, we're going to get started. Well, now I think now I gave the Titans. I have the Colts splitting with the Titans though, because we already know they own the Titans though, and we already know they both own each other though. So yeah. So now week 1 they gotta play versus Seahawks at home. But you know what? I feel like this game is gonna be very interesting though. But I kind of feel like this game can go either way though, because it's gonna be Russell Wilson versus Carson Wentz. But on paper, I feel like the Colts do match up well with the Seahawks, but I feel like that their defensive line, which I think they can really give Russell Wilson a tough time. But you know what? Even though it's in Indy, I'm gonna say the Seahawks win this game because they have the better quarterback, and they have the better coach, and yeah, and I just feel like they're the better team. So yeah. So I don't really know if the Colts have enough corners, to cover DK or Tyler Lockett and those receivers. So in the weapons the Seahawks have. So I feel like it will be close this time, but I'm going with the Seahawks in this one. Next game they have to play versus the Rams. Now, this game right here is going to be very, very interesting, but this can go either way though, because they both have a great defensive line. But now this is Wentz versus Matthew Stafford. But I think this game will be closer this time. But I want to go with the Colts at home because I think they can really match up well with the Rams. But I'm going to go with the Rams here because I just think the Rams are a better team, and I think the Rams have the better quarterback. So, yeah, and they have the better coach. So I think it's going to be very close, though. But I think it could be a shootout, but I think the Rams are going to find a way to win this game. So yeah. So now we gotta skip into week 4. They gotta play versus the Dolphins. Cause I think in the Dolphins video I said the Colts were gonna win, but I can totally change my mind on that. So they play the Dolphins week 4. Now this is very interesting though. This can go either way though, because the Dolphins did improve in the offseason because they Indy is traveling in Miami, which weird things happen in Miami, which I think is kind of tough to play at. But I want to go towards the Dolphins though, because I feel like on paper they can match up well with the Colts because they do have the corners, to like cover the Colts receivers, and they have the pass rush, to like slow down Carson Wentz and all that. But I don't know they really have much of a pass rush, to like stop the Colts run game and all that. But even though the game is in Miami, I'm going to go with the Colts here because I feel like they have a better O-line, and I think they can find a way to block the Dolphins defenders up front. And I think that the Colts defensive line is going to give Tua some fits and all that. So, yeah, but I feel like it's going to be super close. But I think the Colts will find a way to win this one by maybe a field goal or something. Now, next game, week 5, they got to play versus the Ravens on Monday Night Football. You know what? I think we remember the game from last year. That's when the Ravens, beat them. But I'm just going to say the Ravens beat them again because I just really think I feel like the Ravens are just a better team. And I feel like Lamar is a better quarterback than Wentz. And they have the better coach. So, yeah, and they're at home. And I think that the Ravens defense is really going to give Carson Wentz some issues. And I think the Ravens do have the corners, to cover T.Y. Hilton, Michael Pittman. Yeah, but I think it's going to be a little closer, though. but I think the Ravens find a way to win. So next game they have to play versus Texans week 6. And then, they play the Texans week 13 as well. I actually have them sweeping the Texans. I mean, yeah, I feel like they're gonna beat them twice because Deshaun Watson's not gonna. I feel like Deshaun Watson won't play this year. I mean, without their superstar quarterback playing, and without him being on the team, that makes the Texans feel like they're gonna be one of the worst teams in the league. So yeah, and also the Colts do have the quarterback advantage this game. They have the better coach in there, and yeah. And they're just a better team. No question that. That's why, the Colts find a way to. That's why I think they beat the Texans twice. Next game, they have to play the 49ers on Sunday Night Football. Now, this is very interesting, though. Now, it can go either way, though, because, the Niners, don't really know who their quarterback is, whether it's going to be Jimmy G or Trey Lance. But I always don't really go with a rookie versus a great defense. But you know what? The Colts kind of do match up well with the Niners, though. I really want to say the Colts are going to want to take the Colts to beat the Niners, but you know what? Since the game is in San Francisco, I feel like it's a hard place to play at. I'm going to go with the Niners here because I just think the Niners are the better team and they're extremely talented. And I think they do have a really good front seven that can really slow down the Colts run game and they can really give Carson Wentz issues. And I think they do have the secondary, which they have the corners, to like cover the Colts, the receivers and all that. But I think it's going to be very close though. And they do have a great offensive line who can really block the Colts defenders up front, like block DeForest Buckner, Kamiko Ture, Bobby Okrike, yeah. That's why, I think the Niners win this game. But I feel like it will be close, though. But I think they'll win by a field goal. Next game, Thursday, they got to play Week 9, they got to play the Jets on Thursday night. I actually have the Colts win this game, because they have the better quarterback, the better coach. They're at home, and they're just the better team. A rookie versus a great defense like the Jets, that's just not good. Yeah. And I feel like that, the Jets did improve in the offseason, but I don't think they improved a little enough. But I think that the Colts receivers are going to have a big day versus the Jets secondary, which I don't think is that good. So, yeah, that's why I think the Colts win this game. Next game, they have to play versus the Jaguars. So, they played in Week 10. So, I'm going to say they beat the Jaguars because I feel like the Jaguars, they could be a sneaky team this year because, they finally found a franchise quarterback in Trevor Lawrence and all that. And I feel like Jacksonville did. Bills are building some young talent there. But, yeah, the Colts, I feel like they're just a better team. They're at home. Yeah. And I think Wentz is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence right now. So, yeah. And also, a rookie versus a great defense like the Colts is too much. So, yeah, that's why. Now they have to play the Bills on Week 11. Now, we remember this game in the playoffs, though, when the Bills beat them. You know what? I'm going to say the Bills beat them again because I just think the Bills are the better team, and I just feel like the Bills have the better quarterback. I feel like Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Wentz. They have the better coach. They're at home. Yeah. And I feel like that the defense of the Bills is really going to give Carson Wentz some issues, and they do have the corners to, cover the Colts receivers, and I think the Bills' defensive line can find a way to, slow down Jonathan Taylor and all that, and Marlon McNihy-Himes and all that. Yeah, but I think they will keep it close like they did before, but I think the Bills are going to win because I feel like Buffalo is a hard place to play at because they're going across the country. So it's where they got to go east. So, yeah, that's why I got the Bills winning. Next game, they have to play Week 12 versus they have to play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, this is a very interesting game, though. Now, this game can go either way, though, because, on paper, the Colts can really match up well with the Buccaneers really good. But, I want to go with the Colts at home, but I'm going to go with the Buccaneers because I just feel like the Bucs are just the better team. They have the better quarterback. They have the better coach. And I just think that, their defense is going to find a way to slow down the run game, and maybe they can give Wentz a tough time. So, yeah, that's why I think the Buccaneers will win, but I think it's going to be close. Now, next game, they have a bye week 14 after week 13. They have the bye week, they got to play versus the Patriots. But you know what? I think they're really going to be prepared for this game. Now, this is very interesting, though. It can go either way, though, because, they both can really match up well with each other and all that. Because on paper, I think the Patriots do match up well with the Colts. So, yeah. But this defense can really give Wentz a tough time. I mean, yeah, and give him some fits and all that, yeah. But you know what? I think this game is going to be super close, and I think it's going to be kind of like a shootout type game, but I don't really know who the Patriots quarterback is, whether it's going to be Cam Newton or Mac Jones. You know what? I don't trust a rookie on the road versus a great defense like the Colts. So I'm going to go with the Colts here because I think they do have the quarterback advantage. I mean, they're at home. So, yeah. But I just think, even though I think the Patriots are the better team, I think the Colts will find a way to pull off that upset because I think their defense can match up well with the Patriots good, and I think they do have the pass rushes to like slow down the Patriots run game and all that. So yeah, that's why I think the Colts will win, but I think it will be close though. Now, next game that play the Cardinals on Christmas. Now, this is a very interesting game, though. Now, this game can barely go either way, though, because, the Cardinals do have a really good front seven. I mean, yeah, it's improved. I mean, their receiving core improved. I mean, yeah. But I feel like it's going to be Wentz versus Carson Wentz. I mean, it's going to be Wentz versus Kyler Murray this time. But you know what? I mean, on paper, the Colts can match up well with the Cardinals really good because they do have the pass rush and all that, to like slow down the Cardinals offense and all that. But you know what? I think this game's gonna be super close and high scoring. But the Colts can. I mean, yes, this is a game that I think the Colts can win. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here. I mean, I just don't know why. Because I just think that the Cardinals upgraded, their front seven, to like stop the run. Because I think their defensive line can match up well with the Colts' offensive line. So yeah, so I think they do have. I think their front seven has improved enough, to like slow down the Colts' run game and all that. And I don't really know if they have the corners that they used to cover the Colts receivers. So yeah, and also I don't really know if the Colts secondary is good enough to cover the Cardinals receivers. I think DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, I mean Rondell Moore, and Christian Kirk. I feel like they're gonna have a big game against these guys. So yeah, and also I just kind of feel like Kyler Murray is a better quarterback than Wentz, in my opinion. So yeah, but I feel like it's gonna be super close, but I think the Cardinals can win by like a shootout type game. Like I say they win by like 3 or 4 points, but maybe like by a touchdown or field goal. Then they have another Saturday game, Week 17 versus the Raiders. Now this is very interesting though because this can go either way though. Because I don't know if it can, but usually when Derek Carr is playing, I mean, he usually makes his team wins a lot of games, but he's usually the best quarterback in the game though. But in my opinion, I feel like Derek Carr is better than Wentz. But you know what? I think this game is going to be closer than people think it will be. But you know what? I'm going to go with the Colts here because I just feel like the Colts are the better team. And, they have the better coach. I mean, they're at home. And also, I just don't think the Raiders are really good this year. Because I don't really think their defense improved enough. I mean, I just don't think their secondary is that good. And also, the Colts, have Michael Pittman, T.Y. Hilton, which I think they'll have a good game. And I think Jonathan Taylor will have a good game too. So I feel like this whole Colts offense will have a big game versus that Raiders defense. And also, I think Carson Wentz, I think he's going to find a way to like pick apart that Raiders young secondary. which I don't really think is that good. So yeah, so I think the Colts find a way to win this game in a close one. All right, now last game, week 18, you got to play versus the Jaguars. You know what? I really want to say the Jaguars are gonna split with you guys because sometimes Jacksonville plays Indy hard because I really know that the Jaguars beat the Colts once last year when Gardner Minshew was playing, but this is a different Jag team because they have Trevor Lawrence. But you know what? I feel like the Colts are gonna beat the Jaguars again. I mean, I just don't know why. I just kind of feel like the Jags, are gonna be dealing with some learning curves because it's a new culture, a new quarterback, a new coach. I mean, a lot of new stuff and a new defense. I mean, I feel like it's gonna take some time. So yeah, so I just feel like the Colts are just a better team. So yeah, that's why I think the Colts are gonna beat Jacksonville twice. But that can totally change. So at this point right now, I have the Colts going 9-8. I mean, with 5-1 in their division, 9-3 in their conference, 6-3 at home, 3-5 away. I mean, that's totally pretty good so far. I mean, we can obviously see the Colts winning like 10, 11 games or maybe 12. I mean, I think their maximum is like about I'd say their maximum is about maybe 12. So I'd say their maximum is about 12. So I think the Colts can land anywhere from like 9 to 11 wins, but I'm gonna just go with 9 because I just kind of feel like that the Colts can barely disappoint me because I'm not a believer in Carson Wentz because I think I said in Titans video that I'm saying that Ryan Tannehill is going to keep getting better throughout the season, while I'm thinking that Wentz will get worse because sometimes in some games he'll get a little worse because I feel like the Colts will take a little step back though, just for some reason because they have Wentz as their quarterback, which I'm not a big believer in. Because when you look at the teams their schedule, I mean, I feel like the Colts do have a kind of a brutal schedule because they have to play the Seahawks. They play the best NFC. They got to play the NFC West, which I think is the best division, which they got to play the Seahawks, the Rams, the 49ers, the Cardinals. I mean, they play the Super Bowl champions, the Buccaneers. I mean, they play the Bills. They play the Ravens. They play the. I mean, I feel like, and they play the Titans twice. I mean, this is kind of a brutal schedule and it's kind of a hard schedule, but the Colts can barely disappoint me though because I kind of feel like that the Colts you know I feel like they can be a really good team. I feel like they will have a winning record, but I'm not going. I'm not going to say they're going to have a bad record because their offensive line improved, their defense improved. I mean, yeah, and I don't really know if Wentz is going to be the guy to take him to the next step. So, yeah. Well, just let me know. So 9-8 is my record. So I kind of really for the Colts because I kind of really had them below the Titans just for some reason because I just feel like the Titans are just gonna have a better record than the Colts. Because I feel like because right now I kind of have the Titans winning the division right now, and I have the Colts having second place in their division. Because just for some reason I just don't know why. Well, anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down your opinion below on what you think. Like, if you disagree with me, just let me know in the comments down below. Do you think that, if I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm crazy? I mean, just let me know in the comments down below what you think. It's Emmanuel Jones from a big fan. I mean, hope you guys enjoyed watching. I mean, talk to you guys later. Peace.